Good morning. We've got some rain coming in across northwest Scotland and Northern Ireland. That's slowly sinking southeastwards. Ahead of it, a fair bit of cloud, some bright spells, and not as cold as it was last week. I'll have all the details shortly.
Are we? Yes. Yeah. Morning, Carol.
Good morning, both. Good morning to you too. If you haven't stepped outside yet, for many of us, it's a mild start to the day, unless you're in the southeast where it still is cold. And that really tells its own story. That's how it's going to be today. The north and the west in particular, seeing the higher temperatures. Further south and east, they are lower. We've got a weather front coming in across the north and the west, introducing this rain. As it continues to sink southwards, eventually getting in to northern England, it will weaken. But this morning, still some heavy bursts across western Scotland. They're getting into Northern Ireland through the morning. Ahead of it, quite a bit of cloud, and we're also looking at some drizzle from the thickest cloud. But the other thing is, with the milder weather, we're also seeing some of that snow melt, and that will continue through the day too. So there goes the weather front into northern England. Ahead of it, some of the cloud will break. We'll see some brighter breaks developing. And behind it, a second weather front will bring in some more rain. Temperature-wise, we're looking at roughly 5 to about 13 degrees. Now, through this evening and overnight, the weather front continues to sink south, weakening all the time. It won't be much more than a band of cloud with the odd spot of drizzle on it. Ahead of it, where we've got light winds and cloud breaks, we could see some mist and fog patches forming, but it will still be quite windy across the north, so we're not going to have those issues. So temperatures 3 to about 10 degrees overnight. So tomorrow, what's left of the weather front producing the clouds sinks south. There'll be some mist and fog to lift, and it will take its time. To the north of that, some brighter skies coming in, but there'll be some showery rain in the north of Scotland, which will push up into Shetland through the day, and temperatures 7 to about 10 degrees. So not as cold as last week. Sal and Roger.
Far from it. It's positively tropical. Thank you very much. Cheers, Carol.
Thank you.
Comparatively, anyway.